Everyone for participating, and once again, welcome to the October CA District. We'll have a few opening remarks from Travis and Matt. Gentlemen, here you go. You can make a comment or two if you would like.
So for those that didn't hear before, we just want to thank Bill Price and everybody who worked on the Cub Scout Family Campout this past weekend. If you were not able to attend this past weekend, there are still sessions that are coming up, including one out that I still believe is scheduled for the Nash Trust property on October 16th and 17th. So that one is happening within our district. So if your pack or a pack that you know of still would like to do a Cub Scout Family Campout this season, there's still one available. They'll just need to visit the council website and make sure that they take their temperature checks for a week prior.
Excellent. And if we could get some information on the Fall Family Campout that went on.
You bet. We had 116 people in attendance, including 63 kids, 53 scouts, and 10 non-scouts.
All right, I'm going to hold you right there. If you can, I'm going to give you a round of applause there. If everybody, please, let's hear it for the scouts and scouters who helped out with that. If you could say the numbers one more time, they're much larger than I would have anticipated.
You bet. We had 116 people, 53 scouts, and 53 of those were scouts, and 10 were non-scouts.
That's very nice. That's very impressive. And any shout outs to any staff members or people that organized and helped out with that?
Absolutely. So Bill Price, Scott Fears, everybody, all of the different program attendees. We actually ended up having 7 or 8 different program areas. It was a great event.
And do we have any of those people online with us tonight? Do you know?
I believe only Bill Price is. Although we do have some that are in session that attended, but I think Bill's the only one that worked on it.
Okay, Bill, I'm going to put you on the spot. You thought you were done with the camp out, but if I could get you to unmute yourself and say a few words and give us a perspective from somebody who helped run that program and what you look forward to doing next year.
So I think it is encouraging that with everything that's going on with COVID, scouting and scouts and scout leaders still want that opportunity to come together. And I think everybody understanding the situation that we're in, followed protocol, did everything that they needed to stay safe. It was pretty obvious that everyone was having a really good time. They came, they set up their camp, they attended program. We ate extremely well, both dinner and breakfast. And Sunday morning when things were over, they picked up and left. And it would be my impression that many of these may have been new scouts, but at least there was some direction that they left the campsite as clean as they found it, or even cleaner, because when we went to pick up, there wasn't really too much that needed to be picked up. So they left it at least as clean as they found it. I think everybody had a really good time. The adult staff that came together tried to understand exactly what their mission was. They accomplished their mission. From everything that I've heard from all the activities, they were well planned and everybody had a good time.
Thanks, you. That was great. That's very inspirational. I know somebody probably took a lot of pictures. Probably a lot of people took a lot of pictures. Do we know of a website yet that those would be posted on? People can go and look at? I know somebody's pondering that thought long and deep. Hopefully some of those will work their way up to the district pages at the HOAC website. And if we could offer a message of inspiration, recruitment, and for what we should see coming up in the fall and the spring, Bill, what would that be in a sentence or two? What's a good little elevator pitch people can give about the Fall Family Campout?
Scouting is alive and doing well. It's energized. And it's ready to take on 2021.
Beautiful. I think that's well-rounded and well said. Does anyone else who participated, who went as a participant, Can you give us a little bit of feedback on that? We've got about 2 minutes left for this topic.
Yeah, I took 27 adults and scouts, and they all had a great time, and the boys just had a wonderful time. I mean, just seeing them unleashed was something to behold.
Did it give you an impression that life was kind of back to normal when you're out camping?
Except for the mask, yeah.
Well, maybe that is the new normal. We'll see. That's great. That's great words of encouragement. Anyone else? Okay, Don, I'd like you to about your event coming up. If you can give a few words again, we had a few more people join in. Mr. Shapley.
Sure, thank you. Couple of things that are coming up in October. One is that we will begin the October religious emblems classes, the virtual religious emblems classes, about mid-October. We don't have a specific date set, but we've got a lot of people. We've got 130 that are registered so far, so we'd like to have more of you in the different ages, Cubs and Scouts. That's on the Facebook page where you can sign up. The other thing's on the 17th, we'll have the Heart of America Council annual chaplain aid training. That's on Saturday morning, I believe. And you can sign up for that off of the page, the web page. And then also on the 31st, we have the 10 Commandments Interfaith Trek that will also be virtual this year. And so we'll have 5 new faiths that we'll be visiting on then. So middle of October for religious emblems, 17th of October for chaplain's aid and chaplain's training, and Halloween Day for the 10 Commandments Interfaith Trek. Thank you.
You're welcome. Great summary. So we have another event coming up in November, which is the University of Scouting. So that's on Saturday, November 7th. So if you are a new or experienced Cub Scout leader, there's a chance that you can take training in the form of a block class in the afternoon. That's from 1 to 5 out at Camp Nash. So you can sign up and pay at the HOAC website. You can just use the search term University of Scouting. The cost this year is $15. So come out and see your other Cub Scouting friends. Learn a little bit more than you know now. So that's an event that we're looking forward to then. So I'm going to ask for Travis and Matt, any other events coming up here in October, November, and December we should know about? Anything fun on the calendar?
We have another training opportunity, even though it's geared to Boy Scout leaders, but we are also offering Baloo training for Cub Scout leaders on Friday, October 16th and Saturday, the 17th. That's an overnight event that is $20, and the Baloo training is a required training for any Cub Scout pack that intends on doing any pack or den overnighter activities. And there is a prerequisite for those participants taking Baloo training. It is on my.scouting.org. It's underneath the supplemental training. There's a Baloo prerequisite course you have to take. We ask that if anybody does do that, if everybody signs up for the Baloo course in person, they take the prereq before attending, so that way once they're done with the weekend, we can actually give them their card and mark them as trained. It's $20, starts on Friday evening, be wrapped around Saturday at 6 o'clock. You'll be fed, insured, and filled full of wonderful program from a training team. Right now we have over 14 people signed up for the whole event. We only have one person for Baloo, but it's a great opportunity to get that training so that way you can take your pack outdoors safely. Registration is online. They can go to the Heart of America Council website and go to the Call District page. It's on the front landing page of the Call District. It's also under the Call Training page. It's $20. And the last thing I'll add is registration closes Thursday at 5 p.m. because we have a week-long temperature check process we have to go through to attend that. So registration closes next Thursday at 5 p.m. Cub Scout leaders that need that, that's a great opportunity.
So that's good that you've mentioned the temperature check. So any event that requires that, University of Scouting, Baloo training, and so forth. There is a form you need to download from the HOAC website where it has 7 boxes and a bunch of explanations of what's going on, where you need to record your temperature daily, and you need to take that to the event and turn that in. So take note that if you're going to go to that event, I believe registration's also cut off a week before the event. Is that true, Matt?
Yes.
Because that's a requirement of tracking your temperature. We can't take people if they sign up 2 days before it.
Correct. And folks, I can tell you, we're just going to have to be used to this for some period of time. And we've been telling a lot of people no, unfortunately. So make sure that you are being mindful of that cutoff date. Make sure that the information gets back to our leaders and parents.
The form shows cutoff on October 8th.
Cutoff is on October 8th at 5 o'clock.
And for the scout leaders coming in from the Leave No Trace outdoor ethics side, I'm also bringing in bike packing. I will bike pack into the camp out.
Very cool. Well, we've reached that portion of the program where we're going to head off to some announcements here. Past that, we're going to go into some breakout rooms. We have 2 groups tonight. We have Recharter and we have Program with Pam. So let's talk a little bit about what room you would like to go into. So I'm going to let people who will be manning the Recharter room give a little advertisement of why you should come visit them.
Folks, if you need any questions about Recharter, I will be there. Need help, questions, fee questions, whatever the case may be. What's great about this is you can pop into mine, you can go back into the main room. We should be able to transport you over to the other room if you just have some questions. So it's more so for help and questions. I'm not necessarily doing a full-blown training, but if you need help, happy to help.
Excellent. And how are we doing with Cub Scout units on Recharter in the COD district?
Right now, as of today, we have 57 units that still need to log on out of 114. So the good news is a lot of our units have started the process. The other great thing is we have 9 units that have completed the process already, which I think is outstanding. And I don't have that list in front of me, Alan, so please don't have to follow up who's the shout out because I don't have that. But we appreciate that. And the next step is we'll work with you, Travis and myself. We're connecting with you. You know, can't make it to the office to take care of that paperwork and fees, and if we can get that to the office for you, we're happy to help. So,
yeah, we're not going to name names. The Scout is helpful, but if you are in charge of a unit who is not yet logged on, or you might have questions, or you don't know if you should be in that room, you can always pop in for a few minutes, visit with Travis and Matt. They'll answer your questions, and they'll get you back over into the new Den Leaders room. So, Pam, if I could get you to give a little advertising message for the new Den Leaders breakout room. Why should people come and visit in that room tonight?
If there's some like new Den leaders that's never even planned a Den meeting, there's tips on that. How to use, if you're going to go virtual, if you're going to go hybrid, things to prepare for that. Some great resources that I have come up with that you can use, and a lot of new ideas that would make your Den meeting or pack meeting fun.
Excellent. I know which room I'll be headed to. So this is the time where we're going to go into that breakout room. So just if you would please get your name, get a rename on there so we know using the RC or NDL which room that you want to go into, and we'll get Matt and Travis will get us